Welcome back to another video, guys. It is I, some Joe Schmo here with our 12 days of Hallschlock Christmas. I know I keep butchering, I keep going between Hallschlock and Christmas Schlock and Hallschlock, but all these movies are just schlock. So just think of it like that. Guys, we are here, day number 8. I cannot even begin to tell you how much I'm looking forward to ending this misery of mine, guys. We are just about there, but again, as mentioned before, I do think Christmas Pageant, that last one that we did, was one of the worst, though we still have, 4 more videos to come out with, so you never know, guys. There's still plenty of garbage out there floating around. With that being said, before we hop on into this lovely treat of ours, if you guys want to go ahead and just ring a ling, ding, schling that subscribe bell, as well as go ahead and just eggnog that like button, just gulp it on down. No big deal, guys. Let's go ahead and do this, and we're going into our first movie here. A Christmas Wedding Tale. Tale spelled T-A-I-L, guys. And this is not your traditional Christmas wedding, guys, because we have, indeed, talking dogs.
Yep, that's me, Rusty Campbell. No, that's not me. Move over. Yeah, that's me.
Look at you, Mr. Handsome.
And then
let me just preface this by saying, I knew this was going to be bad. Admittedly, it was bad. But again, after some of the bad movies I've seen already, this one was just, it was just stupid enough that I was just, you couldn't help but just laugh at it. The movie stars 90210's Jenny Garth, who plays Susan, as well as Brad Rowe, who plays Jake. Now, I went into this movie not knowing that the voices of the dogs are Jay Moore and Nikki Cox.
my name is Rusty.
I'm not interested.
Now, you guys know my story about Jay Moore, and you know my position on him. I still think he's a piece of garbage, but a piece of garbage in a garbage movie. I guess 2 and 2 together, man. The movie revolves around Susan here, who is, again, established as a hard-working female who just has no time for love, no time for interest in romantics, and is just all about her work, and immediately establishes herself as somebody who's not a small-town girl who wants to live in a lonely world.
I'm a city girl. This small town is not for me.
Relax, don't get your bloomers in a bunch, okay? A curator with your qualifications is gonna get offers.
I believe she's a curator, and of course, what is Tom Arnold? Tom Arnold's an agent? So of course, upon first meeting, Jakey here.
Hey, Jakey, about to make a big mistakey.
Immediately falls in love with him. Jenny goes out with Jake, and of course, Jake owns his own winery, I believe it is, and immediately just woos her with, hey, I can give you a private tour, and hey, we can have dinner, and my best friend, he's a greaser, and he knows everything about everything, and
Sir? Okay.
anyway, we have also 2 Seventh Heaven moms in it. Dude, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. Seventh Heaven mom, she's kind of like hot in a weird, I would like ravage you in the Lord's name kind of. I mean, I think it's that Seventh Heaven show that just kind of did it for me. I think she was in another movie where she was like a seductress. The movie is based out of Solvang, which is up north past Los Angeles. It's identified that Jake and Susan both have children, so of course, let's spend some time together. And they're really, I don't know what season the start of the movie was, or even how long ago the start of the movie was, but this Brady Bunch family ends up having Thanksgiving together, and Jake here ends up proposing to her.
Susan Davis, marry me?
So of course she says yes, and this is where I kind of got a little confused about, okay, well, is this then going to be about the dogs because you're introducing this marriage so early? Like, what is the story going to be about? Yeah, I guess all the children are kind of taking this marriage kind of, I don't want to say not well, but it makes it seem like they are rushing into it. But again, I just feel like they never give any timeline as far as like how long before they met, before he proposed to her. So again, she wants to interview for this curator position. Tom Arnold calls her about it. Hey, let's come on out here. We'll interview you in Los Angeles. She lies about going to this interview, and again, no time frame given. They start going then through the wedding planning phase, right? He proposed on Thanksgiving, and they want to have a Christmas Day wedding. That's 3 weeks to plan a wedding. I don't think you can do it, but for the sake of trying to show as much time as passing, they go through 2 different montages, and
White
folding chairs and,
Now, I'm gonna make your wedding fabulous. Now, I was thinking for decorations, it should be leopard.
Workshop. Oh.
Well, it's on Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, no, he's going with it.
Oh, everything. We can drop it like it's how we've said, and then we could do booty shake, booty shake, booty shake, booty shake.
Yikes. Wow. Wow. Yep, that's that, huh? These montages are the biggest abomination I've ever seen in a movie. They drag out for so long, and then you got just people throwing... And so, the conflict then, comes into play, where she then discovers she gets the curator job, decides to take it, yeah, no big deal, thinking that the husband's like, hey, you know what, you got your winery here, your family's owned it for like 30 plus years, just come on out to New York with me. No big deal, right? Just pack up your shit and come on out.
This place has been in my family for 40 years. There's nothing more important than family.
I am not a small town person.
Of course the dad says no to it. They end up fighting. So she says, I'm taking the job. It's my dream. I want to pursue it. You can't tell me that I can't pursue my dream. But she wants him to leave his dream. Whatever. And of course, the kids go through this crazy escapades of trying to get the parents back together.
Happened to bring you here at the same time we're here?
He did. You calling us liars?
You calling me a liar?
Quiet! Stop arguing. My mom loves your dad. How are we gonna make sure that they still get married?
You calling me liar, girl? And the plan is, they make this like, oh, we gotta figure it out. Here, I got an idea. Let's do this. They go ask Santa. Bring my parents back together. I'm gonna be real with you kids. That ain't happening.
Don't you want something for yourself? Say a video game or a bike?
Anyway, the kids end up bringing both their parents to this Christmas show. I just want to live in this world of Hallmark movies because fight is easily resolved. They kiss. They do a terrible rendition of Jingle Bells.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
And that's it. They get married, and like the tail, the word tail implies tail as in like a tail, like it's like a tail, not like a tale about what. Oh God. Anyway, that is what it is, guys. A Christmas wedding tale. Bullshit. So I was kind of looking for something to just, at this point, pass the time. I've seen a lot of bad stuff. I've seen mediocre stuff. And at this point, I just needed some... We're getting to the tail end, right? I needed something to kind of just fill out the time. So I found one of the shortest movies I could, which I believe was 1 hour and 20 minutes, not 24. And that's where we get Christmas Camp. Now, Christmas Camp wasn't bad. It was, when I say it wasn't bad with these movies, there's a difference between bad and there's a difference between wasn't bad. Wasn't bad, at least they tried with like the cinematography. They tried with the locations. They tried with the acting to a certain extent. Anyway, we immediately are introduced to Lillian Harrison, who plays Haley here, as well as Bobby Camp plays Jeff. Bobby Camp, immediately recognized from The Final Destination, or was it Final Destination 4? He was in one of the Final Destination with the car scene. In every traditional Hallmark movie, Haley here works in the advertisement industry. She works social media. She runs campaigns and does all this stuff. Her boss wants her to essentially pitch I believe it's like a Christmas themed pitch.
They want next year's Christmas campaign to feature classic Christmas tradition.
But because Haley is a little bit of I don't want to say Grinch about Christmas, but just doesn't understand that Christmas spirit.
But I take my parents and we do Christmas stuff.
Her boss sends her to Christmas camp.
I need you to go to Christmas camp for a holiday attitude adjustment.
I was under the impression that Christmas camp was just going to be like a camp nowhere. Hey, go to a camp, there's kids there, and maybe you'll learn the spirit of Christmas through interacting with children and then fall in love with another camp counselor. But no, it was like a marriage camp.
So this week, we're going to be doing plenty of traditional Christmas activities.
And hopefully you can create some new traditions of your own.
That's what we need.
Wow. So she gets to some podunk town, checks into this bed and breakfast type area, and is greeted by a Kelsey Grammer impersonator.
And Merry Christmas. I'm Ben, the owner.
This guy fucks, dude. Look at this. It's all about unplugging. It's all about, interacting with your fellow companion here at these camps and really try to find the true meaning of Christmas.
It's called disconnecting to reconnect to Christmas.
I kind of like it. Sometimes I feel like my phone owns me.
I know. That's where Jeff makes his appearance, who is the son to Kelsey Grammer here. Jeff, of course, is that traditional hardworking guy, has that charisma, that aura to him that really brings out Christmas cheerfulness in people. Maybe I gotta learn a little bit more from these guys because they're killing it, dude. They're slaying it out there. Anyway, Jeff, because of this small house, is constantly popping up and just bombarding Haley. What you doing? What do you got there? Here's a book. Here.
Looking for a good book?
What are you gonna do? Want some hot chocolate?
Looks like you found a new friend.
Let's go outside. That's my dog. You wanna walk?
We're actually near one of my favorite spots.
It's like, okay, dude, you gotta throttle it back. Anyway, the whole objective here is 7 days to spend at this Christmas camp. You do get a checklist of separated into cheerfulness and godliness and all this stuff. And each day as you pass that course, Kelsey Grammer will kind of do an activity with you, and then you must then get that marked off your list. But it's kind of funny because they have this checklist that they can check off themselves rather than the counselors being able to check it out. It makes no sense that you could just not do anything and just be like, yep, did it, good, certification, boom. And then we gotta talk about the woman who's constantly talking about her son.
For my son, Ryan. She was remembering how her son used to come here and...
So, did you send that picture of the tree to your son?
I did. I haven't heard back from him, though.
Lady, son's not calling you. Get over it, dude. You got Jeff here who's just getting mad rejected scene after scene.
Problem is, I don't seem to be very lucky in that department. There you go.
Inspiration hits.
If you're not busy, maybe we could have a hot cocoa break or something.
Shut down.
Perseverance, dude. I like it. Maybe, again, I should learn a thing or two from Jeff here. Throughout the movie, Jeff is encouraging his father to, sell this camp because he's getting a little older, and then he wants his father to move with him, and he just doesn't think that his father can continue to run this place. Of course, as he starts to talk to Haley, who's, again, in advertisement and agencies, and I don't know what she does.
To take a great idea that people love and give it to a wider audience.
Convinces him to attempt to franchise this whole Christmas camp idea. Anyway, she kind of goes behind Jeff's back, Jeff then finds out about this whole franchising idea and, of course, gets pissed off at his dad, and they have a pretty serious discussion.
Lives for the better. I love bringing smiles to people's faces.
Hey, this is a personal you want to get out of here?
But Mom wanted me to take care of you. She wanted me near you.
You want to get out of this scene right now? Haley, get out of this scene. So Haley, in the morning, starts to pack her stuff, leaves the house, says her goodbyes to everybody. Haley, because she can't really become super unplugged, is constantly throwing pitch ideas at her friend throughout the whole movie, is getting inspiration about something around this pitch idea that's holiday Christmas themed. Of course she gets the job that she was working hard for.
Is exactly what I'm looking for in a senior account executive.
They have a party at the end. The woman who was talking about her son constantly, Haley shows up and, hey, let's have okay, yeah, all right, everyone from the camp's here, how you doing? Knock on the door, and we think it's gonna be Jeff, and we're like, oh, shit, okay, here it comes. And it's the woman's son.
Ryan!
Hi, Mom.
It's the woman's son out of nowhere. But then, like Christmas magic, son comes inside. Boom, right behind him is Jeff. And they go through this whole hoo-ha, I'm sorry, it's been a week, I think I love you. And they kiss, and that's it. That's a Christmas camp. It was Christmas campy, but again, it's kind of funny, right? As I watch more of these, I go through different levels of frustration and emotion. Sometimes I'll watch a movie and I feel really good about it. I feel like my energy levels are high and mighty, and then other movies I watch and it's just a drag fest. And then other movies I watch and they're bad in a good way and then surprisingly good in a bad way. So I don't know what to feel. All I know is that, again, we are rapidly approaching our last 4 days here, last 3 days, rapidly approaching the last of the 12. We're getting to the end pretty soon here, guys. So again, I hope you're ready for these last couple of videos. I know they've been a lot. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, and I appreciate all the support, guys. Once again, this is Some Joe Schmo wishing you a happy holidays, guys, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Stay safe. Wish the family a happy one from Some Joe Schmo. They have no idea who I am, but regardless, that's not going to stop me from still thinking about them. That sounds creepy. We'll see you next video.